Hello beautiful women, I am Ishita Saluja, founder and head stylist at Ishita Saluja Image Consultancy. I help you to elevate your style and make your dressing easier every day. And I'm back with yet another video. So let's get on to today's video. Now this is one of the most useful video for you. Why? Because this is something that everybody needs, accessories. And without accessories, as you may say, the outfit can look boring, and with a piece of accessory you can completely elevate your look. So I'm going to talk about must-have accessories today and how you can use them to elevate your look. Now when I talk about accessories, it's a really wide term. Accessories could be anything that is an additional to your outfit. Let's talk about this outfit. Here we have a base layer, my cami and my trouser, and then I have a third layer which is my denim jacket. Now if I talk about accessory, anything apart from your outfit or your clothes is considered accessory, including my footwear. So I'm not going to go into the details of footwear, bags, sunglasses. That is a topic for another day, and I promise you I'll cover that too. Today we are going to talk about something which is really concerning for all the women out there, and I get this question all the time. What are the kind of jewelry that I must own and how can I style them? So let's get into it and understand what are the pieces of jewelry that you need to own and how you can style them effortlessly. Now you all must have heard about personal styles. Like some women like to dress up more feminine, while the other like to dress up in more alluring way, while others are classic. But in my opinion, jewelry also has some kind of personal style. Now when I talk about jewelry personal style, it's not the most talked about topic. Now when we meet somebody and we ask them how can I elevate my style, the instant answer you might get is, oh, add jewelry, or add something which is statement. Now that's the problem. Not everybody likes statement jewelry. Not everybody is comfortable with big jewelry that can overpower them. It is a very important point for us to understand that what is your jewelry style. I have categorized this into 3 categories. Now I promise you that this is not available anywhere because this was curated me with my team. After meeting so many clients, after transforming so many clients, we came to a conclusion that not everybody will have the same jewelry style. Now what we are going to talk about today is going to be the must-haves, but you have to understand how do you tweak it for your style. Now we are going to take you to the 3 categories. So let's go with number 1. Now let's jump into the first category. This category is called the Maximalist style. Now who are this Maximalist style people? Now we all have met women who love their accessories, and these are the kind of women who will not step out without their jewelry. Their outfit is all about their jewelry and they want to create a focal point through that. Now that is a very interesting thing to note. The kind of jewelry that a woman who is a Maximalist owns would be very different from the jewelry that a Minimalist would own. So we are not going to compare these two, but we will still find a middle ground and figure out what are the must-haves that we are going to consider while curating your wardrobe in terms of jewelry. Now let's go on to the next category and talk about the new category that I discovered. It is called the Medialist style. Now what is a Medialist style? So it doesn't fall into the category of Maximalist but also not minimum. So we have found a midway, and the right example of that is me. I love my jewelry, I love putting it together, but some days I would want to wear that statement piece that can make me stand out, but other days I want to create a very minimal look. Also, this cannot be my everyday style because the moment I'll wear a chunky accessory or very heavy earrings through the day, I'm going to throw them off during the day and sit without my jewelry. So the better way is choose the right occasion where I want to wear this Maximalist kind of jewelry, and choose my days when I want to be minimal, and then choose my days which is my everyday where I can be more myself and have more kind of jewelry which is not really statement. Having said that, again we have to find a middle ground and understand what we need to own, because we need to consider every day, we need to consider occasions, and we need to consider things when we are stepping out and how the vibe of the outfit has to be. So remember these points while you're putting your jewelry together, but never ever force yourself to put a piece on yourself which doesn't resonate with you, and that, my dear, is called the personal style. And let's talk about number 3, the Minimalist. Now these are the women who do not like to wear a lot of accessories. You will usually find find them with just their solitaire, studs, very small hoops, one ring, or maybe no ring at all, maybe just a very small chain that they would wear in the neck, and they do not even change it. Now these are the kind of women who will dread to wear the maximalist kind of jewelry. But like I said, it's important to find a middle ground and understand if the occasion asks for it, and sometimes you would want to look different. So on those days, I am going to tell you that what kind of jewelry everybody cumulative can have and mix and match with their styles. Now I'm going to get into it and show you the kind of jewelry that you must own, and some places I will also tell you how to stack it, how to layer it, how to mix and match. So keep watching till the end, and go ahead and subscribe the YouTube channel if you haven't already, because that would mean the world to me. Now before I go ahead, I want to tell you one simple thing कि ये जो वीडियो है wherein I have used only western kind of jewelry, इसमें silver और ethnic jewelry नहीं है, because that is a very long chapter in itself, and वो हम अलग टाइम पे करेंगे. इस टाइम पे हम western jewelry पे फोकस करेंगे. And one myth that I want to break today is कि आप western jewelry इंडियन के साथ नहीं पहन सकते और आपको इंडियन jewelry ही पहननी है या silver jewelry ही पहननी है ethnic के साथ. ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. I think अगर आप अपने everyday clothes में थोड़ा सा pearls या emeralds भी डाल सकते हो, it can just look very elevated, and maybe I'll show you an example also of how your basic Indian wear can also be mixed with the jewelry that I'm going to talk about. And I'm sure that you are aware of it, but it's just that we see it so much that ethnic पहना है या सूट पहना है तो उसके साथ हमने silver jewelry पहनी है, which is a great idea. And like I said, that is a chapter for another day. But I really want to tell you, start mixing and matching your jewelry, because you don't want to have like 10,000 pieces and overwhelm yourself and don't know what to wear then. So keep it minimal, keep it classy, but understand the most essential accessories or jewelry in this case. Let's go. Now let's start with the first one, pearls. The pearls are my personal favorite, but to use them is understanding very important point, that pearls means classy, pearls means elegance, and pearl can just elevate your look. But while you do it, I want you to consider these points, that pearls won't go with everything. For example, my outfit is very casual. I'm wearing a denim jacket and the whole vibe is very casual. But the moment I'll add pearl with it, it will just look off. Another thing to remember, that every time that you wear an accessory, you are creating a focal point. अब focal point क्या होता है? Focal point का मतलब ये होता है कि आपकी आई सबसे पहले उस point पे जा रही है, आप focus create कर रहे हो. और जब भी आप focus create कर रहे हो, आपको पता होना चाहिए आप कहाँ focus create कर रहे हो. Now let's look at this. I know this is not looking nice, even though I can't even look at it. Why? Let's talk about some simple points. And this is the whole video going to be about. Not only I'm going to tell you what jewelry that you need, but I'm also going to tell you what to avoid and how you can wear it. Pearls, like I said, represent classiness, represent elegance because of their nature. Now my outfit is, like I said, very casual. It's very easy breezy. Adding pearls to it, and that too such chunky ones, are making it look very overwhelmed. It requires something more dainty and classy. Now going back to the focal point. Now मेरे outfit का focal point क्या है? ये जैकेट है, because this jacket is fun, it's very vibing, and मैंने यहाँ पर डाल दिए हैं 2 chunky pieces pearls के. Now it's looking like a complete off. Now even though this is important and this is the most important piece in your wardrobe, because pearls are going to be your best friends, I do not want to wear it with this. So I'm going to show you how you can style pearls and different kind of pearls that you can own. Now this is something that a maximalist would own. So let's see how I can style my pearls better so that my outfit also vibes with pearl. Now as we see, the vibe of the outfit is entirely different and the pearls are a perfect match for this outfit. So I have a very funny incident regarding this. I was wearing pearls and somebody said कि ये महारानी की तरह हार क्यों पहना है, and that brings me to the point that Maharanis or queens were always seen in pearls, and that's what we need to remember, that while we are wearing pearls, we need to have an outfit which is more delicate and feminine. Now this is what I called mixing 2 refinement pieces together. This is a very delicate and feminine piece, and when worn with something which is very casual, very masculine, it just takes away the entire vibe. So make sure your pearls are worn with something more feminine, and you can define your feminine. Pearls can look very pretty with dresses, pearls can look very pretty with skirts, and of course outfit like this. One additional tip, Pink and white are a forever match made in heaven. So when you want to look more elevated in pearls, I would suggest add some pink element. Now, next point. This is of course for a maximalist, and if you're not a maximalist, you can always use just one strand of pearl. Now this is more my style, but on some days when I want to look a little extra, I would go to the maximalist side. But if you're a minimalist or a mediumalist, I would say this is a great choice for you. So that brings me to the first and the most important piece of jewelry that you need to own, which is pearls. Now pearls can be in form of necklaces, form of rings, or form of earrings. So let's see how I can elevate this look by using pearl earring or pearl ring. Now this is what pearls of a minimalist would look like. If you can see, nice pair of studs that can actually elevate your entire outfit, or a nice pearl ring that can just be a part of your wardrobe for every day also. Now for me, pearls are very important and I think every woman should own it. Just decide what kinds do you want and where do you want to wear. But remember, while wearing your pearls, make sure that your outfit and the pearls are in sync with each other. Number 2 has to be emeralds. I think emeralds are again one of the most important pieces that can go with your everyday outfits and also on your occasional outfits. And now again, one piece of simple jewelry can totally elevate your look. I love how emeralds add a little bit of color to your outfit, especially when your outfit is a little plain. Now let's talk about different kind of emeralds that you can add in your wardrobe. Number 1, of course, can be a great chain or however you like it. Number 2, studs or earring in emeralds. I don't think so there is anything more classier than wearing emeralds in the ears, because they can take your outfit to next level, and let's see how. Now that's a beautiful pair of emerald that you can easily wear in your ear and elevate your outfit. But however, I feel when you're trying to create a focal point, do not try to do a lot of things. For example, I think if either we keep the necklace or the earrings, both of them can overwhelm each other. Now another point to note, that even though this is gold and this is diamond, I am absolutely okay in mixing metals. I just feel that I want to bring attention to that one piece that is elevating my outfit. So I'm going to keep this and I'm going to get rid of this. Now I'm just wearing my studs, which is kind of getting all the attention without any distraction. One point to always remember, my girls, कभी भी अपनी ज्वेलरी को अटेंशन के लिए फाइट मत करने दो. अगर ऐसा लग रहा है कि नेकलेस भी है और इयररिंग भी है और वो आपस में लड़ रहे हैं, सो मेक श्योर दैट यू टेक अवे वन पीस ऑफ ज्वेलरी. आई फील लाइक अगर कभी कभी कान में कुछ नहीं पहना है तो इट्स ऑल राइट. इट्स नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट ऑल द टाइम टू वेयर समथिंग इन द ईयर्स. हाउएवर, इफ यू कम फ्रॉम दैट स्कूल जहाँ पे कान खाली नहीं रख सकते हैं, देन मेक श्योर यू आर वेयरिंग समथिंग वेरी स्मॉल एंड डेंटी which will not take any attention. So remember, emeralds are great, but do not try to overwhelm them or they can create a messy look. Now while I'm wearing my emeralds, I'm going to take you to the third point, having rings. Now rings are very important. Again, you can decide what kinds that you like, but if I have to tell you to have 3 rings in your wardrobe, I would say go ahead and have a little bit of emerald. Also, when I repeat the colors of the metals in my outfit, it just kind of looks more put together. जब भी हमें अपनी outfit को बहुत curated और बहुत elevated दिखाना है, तो ये सबसे easy tip है that you go ahead and repeat the colors or the metals. For example, if I'm wearing emeralds and diamonds in the ear, I'm going to also choose similar thing for my ring or my bracelet, however you want to choose it. और अगर आपके पास emerald नहीं है, you can also choose a basic simple diamond ring. Now even though I think rings are very personal, but I still think that every girl should own a small piece of solitaire or just diamond, because it can actually make your outfit more classy and your entire look can just look very put together and elevated. तो मेरे लिए ये बहुत important है कि आपके पास अपने basic ring ज़रूर हो. सबसे पहले हमने pearls की बात की थी, so pearl की ring is great. A basic diamond ring, whatever you like, is great. Having a small pointer ring, it's not important to have solitaire, is also a great idea. But don't be scared and go ahead and mix and match your rings and stack them. I think stacking just looks so classy and you can do it with everything. And the last piece of ring that you can own is a basic gold ring which is very minimal. Another tip to remember while wearing rings, make sure that you do not have more than 2 to 3 rings in your 10 fingers. Otherwise again it can overwhelm you and that's not what we are looking at. 2 rings साथ में बहुत हैं, but अगर आपको थर्ड ऐड करनी है इंडेक्स फिंगर में या फिर दूसरी किसी फिंगर में, go ahead, But if I have to give you a number, I'd say 10 में से 7 fingers खाली रहनी चाहिए and only have 2 to 3 rings at one go. Now let's move on to the next one. It's called hoops. Now hoops are super important and instantly can make your outfit look better. But simple चीज एक याद रखने के लिए, if you have a round face, which is you have a lot of roundness in your face, आपके cheeks बड़े हैं, आपको ऐसे structure नहीं है, इसका मतलब है आपका face round है. अगर आपका face round है और आप फिर बड़े बड़े hoops पहनोगे तो क्या होगा, वो shape repeat होगी और आपका face और round लगेगा. तो even though I would say hoops everybody should own, but remember you have to keep in consideration if your face shape is very round, that means you lack structure and you have a lot of roundness in your face, then avoid big hoops, because when you repeat same shape of the jewelry on your face in a bigger scale, your face can look even bigger. So keep that point in mind, and if you're okay with that, go ahead, no problem. Now these are my favorite hoops. I love how they have a mix of silver and gold and they can absolutely look stunning. ये आप किसी भी चीज़ के साथ पहन सकते हो. आपने कैजुअल जीन्स पहनी है, आपने कुछ ड्रेस ही पहना है, आपको कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं पहनना, बट यू स्टिल वांट अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ एलिमेंट अराउंड योर फेस. सो आई थिंक ये एक बहुत ही ग्रेट स्ट्रैटेजी है टू हैव स्मॉल हुप्स, एंड इट्स बेस्ट फॉर द डेज व्हेन यू डोंट वांट टू स्पेंड टू मच टाइम ऑन अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट एक्सेसरी आई कैन वेयर. These are going to be your best friend, my love. So go ahead, invest in a pair of hoops. But जो मैंने point बोला है, please याद रखना. Now I know a lot of you are going to ask face shapes क्या होती है और कैसे होती हैं. I'm going to break it down in a very simple way. प्लीज फेस शेप्स के पीछे इतना मत भागो. ऑफ कोर्स अनदर चैप्टर अनदर डे, बट एक सिंपल स्ट्रैटेजी दे रही हूँ, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, याद रखना. नाउ योर फेस शेप कुड बी आइदर राउंड और स्ट्रक्चर्ड. एक सिंपल सी चीज देखो, अपने बाल पीछे करना, टेक अ पिक्चर एंड सी इफ योर फेस हैज मोर राउंडनेस और मोर स्ट्रक्चर. अगर मैं अपने फेस को देखूं या आप भी मेरे फेस को देखो, यू कैन सी माई फेस इज वेरी स्ट्रक्चर्ड. हर जगह से इसमें स्ट्रक्चर ही स्ट्रक्चर है और बहुत कम राउंडनेस है जो थोड़ी बहुत मेरे चीक पे है. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर मैं इस पे थोड़ा सा राउंड डालूंगी या थोड़ा सा ऐसा शेप डालूंगी जो मेरे फेस पे ऑलरेडी नहीं है, इट इज गोइंग टू क्रिएट अ बैलेंस, राइट? सिमिलरली अगर आप राउंड हो और अगर आपको ज्वेलरी चूज करनी है तो कुछ लंबा और कुछ स्ट्रक्चर चूज करो, अगेन ताकि बैलेंस रहे. हैविंग सेड दैट, इट इज अ जनरल थिंग टू फॉलो, बट I promise you I am going to do a video very soon on face shapes and how you can choose jewelry, including the scale of the jewelry. Now let's move on to next, and as you can see that I have just paired my outfit with a simple neck piece. Now I feel like having a neck piece with चार्म्स इज़ अ ग्रेट आइडिया, बिकॉज कुछ एलिमेंट ऐड हो जाता है और अगर आपकी आउटफिट थोड़ी सी भी बोरिंग हो तो वो एलिवेट हो जाती है. सो आप एक ऐसी नेक पीस ईजिली ओन कर सकते हो जिसके अंदर चार्म्स हो. एक सिंपल चीज़ याद रखो, व्हेन एवर यू आर पुटिंग योर नेक पीसेस, अपनी नेक लाइन को इसके साथ क्लैश मत होने दो, अपने लेयर को उसके साथ क्लैश मत होने दो. जैसे हमने डिस्कस किया था दैट योर ज्वेलरी शुडंट फाइट फॉर अटेंशन, योर नेक पीस ऑल्सो शुड नॉट फाइट फॉर अटेंशन. व्हेन एवर यू आर ड्रेसिंग अप, ईच पीस शुड look different and should stand out. Having said that, make sure you know what's your focal point. Now if you're talking about necklaces, how we can not talk about stacking them together. Now stacking can be tricky, but it is as easy. Number one and the easiest way, get a neck piece which is already stacked for you and you can find them easily all over. Number two, or a very simple rule when you are stacking, remember no clashing of pieces together. So simple चीज याद रखो, जब भी आपको अपने नेक पीस को स्टैक करना है तो सबसे पहला वाला सबसे छोटा, दूसरा उससे थोड़ा सा लंबा और तीसरा सबसे लंबा. सो फाइंड सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ नेक पीसेस, मेक श्योर कि बिल्कुल डिफरेंट एलिमेंट्स नहीं है. अगर एक में एमरल्ड है तो दूसरा प्लेन हो, ऐसा ना हो कि एक में एमरल्ड्स हैं एंड द अदर हैज पर्ल्स. सो अवॉइड डूइंग दैट बिकॉज इट कैन लुक क्वाइट jarring. So make sure जब भी आप स्टैक कर रहे हो, रिमेंबर एक आपके सबसे पास आए नेक के, दूसरा मिड में और तीसरा कैन बी अ लिटिल लॉन्गर. So this is easy and you can easily stack your neck pieces. Having said that, you can easily find stacked neck pieces on internet, so go ahead, buy a few, but it's important to have few of them. This can work for all the categories of style. When you're mixing and matching them, always remember, understand the vibe of your outfit. इतना important है अपनी vibe को समझना और अपनी outfit को समझना, and then adding jewelry, because you don't want to look like a complete mismatch when you step out, right? Also, I'll make sure that we do have some product links for you that I'm going to add in the description below. Now, jewelry is one thing that I can keep talking about, and accessory in itself is a huge chapter, but we are not shooting a movie here because I can't have a 6-7 hour long video. So I'm going to make sure that I come back with more content. We haven't covered bracelets, we haven't covered stacking bracelet with watches, we haven't even covered watches, and something very important which I really like to emphasize on is statement jewelry. But if you really want to learn more about them, I want you to go in the comment section and write part 2, because there is so much to learn and I have so much to tell. So if you really like this video, make sure to give it a like, make sure to share it with your friends, make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, and do not forget to hit that bell icon, because I promise you I'm going to make your dressing easier with the simplest and the easiest of tips. So go ahead and give it a thumbs up. This is Ishita Saluja, your style partner, signing off. Until then, remember, style is for everyone and yours is within you.